compounding is just amazing. Einstein himself has said that it is the eighth wonder of the world. Did he really say that? Who knows? It doesn't matter. But understanding compounding will enable us to make better financial decisions. We all know about compound interest from our school days, but we did not really understand its true power then, did we? Let's say that I give you $1 every day for the next 10 days. How many dollars would you have by the end of 10 days? What kind of silly question is this? I'll have $10. Simple, right? That's linear thinking. Now let's change the question a little bit. What if I give you $1 on the first day? And that $1 doubles up every day for the next 10 days. Like 2, 4, 8 and so on. How much money would you have by the end of 10th day? It is not that simple now, is it? Don't do the actual calculation now, but just make a rough guess. We will see how close you are after the intro. Hello everyone, my name is Vijay Mohan. You are watching Investment Insights. You have your guess ready? So 10 days of doubling would look like this. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. How close are you with your guess? Don't feel bad if you are not close. This is not linear thinking. This is exponential thinking. Our brain is not trained for that yet. There are 3 key lessons that we can learn from this series. First lesson. Any investment that doubles 10 times will become 1000 times the original investment. That means if I invest $1,000 in something today, which can double every 5 years, then in 50 years, that $1,000 would have grown to $1 million. $1,000 doubling every 5 years will become $1 million in 50 years. But you are forgetting inflation. $1 million in 50 years is not same as $1 million today. True. But this episode is not about the impact of inflation. It is about understanding the power of compounding. So let's focus just on that. Second lesson. What is the gain when it doubled for the first time? Just $1. But the last 10th double has given a gain of $512. 512 times more than the first double $1. What do we learn from here? Patience. The longer we wait and let our investment compound, the bigger the benefit will be. What would be the 11th double in this series? 2048, a gain of $1,024. So during the initial period of compounding, we will not see that big of a benefit from it. But as time goes on, we will start seeing its true power. The more the time, the stronger its power. And that is why it is very important to save as early as possible for our retirement. Third lesson. Is there a difference in effort for the 10th double compared to the first double? Nope, nothing different. The effort to double $512 to $1,024 is exactly same as the effort to double $1 to $2. Nothing different. But we should have saved the first dollar to begin with to see the $1,024 down the road. So think twice before splurging on that latte. No, do whatever you want, but thinking long term will be very helpful in our investment journey. Now let's see a practical example of how we can take advantage of this compounding. Appu is a 25-year-old who has just joined his first job. No, not in a convenience store. He is a software engineer. His take-home salary is $80,000 per year. He knows the power of compounding and the importance of saving early. How can he not? He is a subscriber of Investment Insights. So he saves and invests 50% of his income in an index fund which is expected to give an annual return of 8% on average. He decides to get married at 30. His investment portfolio would have grown to $253,000 by then. Now with a bigger family to support, he is not able to save like he used to. So no additional savings after 30. But he lets his original investment continue to compound and grow. By the time he is 50, he will have a solid $1.2 million in his portfolio. Just because he saved aggressively when he was young, Appu was able to build a strong portfolio even though he was not able to save a single penny after 30. Something to note here, we have assumed a constant 8% return every year, but in reality, it is not going to work this way. When we are investing in an equity index fund, the returns will vary every year, but in long term, we can expect a compounded annual growth of 8 to 10% from S&P 500 index. Now let's get back to our calculation. In a compounding calculation, there are three key parameters that drive our final outcome. First, amount of savings. Depending on the amount of yearly savings, the final outcome will change drastically. In Apu's example, even though his expenses went up with his expanded family, his earnings would have grown as well as he grows in his career. His spouse could be earning for the family as well. So what if he was able to save $40,000 every year until he is 50? Now the final portfolio value jumps to 3.1 million. Second, return rate. Return rate has a big impact on the final outcome as well. If Apu's investment grew at 10% instead of 8%, then he would have ended up with almost $4.3 million, $1.2 million more than the previous 3.1 million. Third, invested period. As we already saw, the amount of time the money is invested has a huge impact on the final outcome as well. If Apu decides to work for another 10 years until he is 60, then his final portfolio value would have been almost 12 million. Now that is the power of compounding. Compounding does its magic not just in investments. Small tiny changes in our habits can make a huge impact on our self-improvement. James Clear has an amazing explanation of this concept in his book Atomic Habits. Just by getting 1% better every day at something, we can be 37 times better by the end of the year. Darren Hardy also shares something similar in his book The Compound Effect. Small choices plus consistency plus time will give significant results. Oh, by the way, these two are wonderful books to read. Trust me, it will bring big positive changes in your life. If you like this episode, don't forget to hit the like button. And please share it with your friends and family who can benefit from this knowledge. See you all soon in another great episode. Thank you.